Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, November the 10th. So, going back to my gateway video, if you didn't see my November gateways video, I reckon you'll watch it. Today is it's a do-over of a sequence of events. So again, we have day 1 building up to the 19th of November, of which something does occur. The numbers don't lie. These are forces or entities that know how to create ley lines and so on and so forth. But I wanted to share an astral projection that I had last night. So dreams are dreams, visions are visions. Like when you vision something and you foresee it, you see it coming, or it's a possibility, and so you kind of ask confirmation, right? Dreams are more symbolisms and metaphors. Now, when you have astral projection, if people don't understand that, this is when your physical body is conscious, aware, it's breathing. You can feel yourself on your bed or if you're on your couch, but your mind and your dream state is somewhere else, and you're aware of it. You are aware that you can snap out of this anytime, but because sometimes, like, I'm unaware of how powerful I am, I get stuck in my astral projections. I do not know how to, if it's a threat of my life, wherever I am in an astral projection, I come back. But sometimes I feel like locations and areas, they summon me, and I end up just having to do what I need to do. This is why I look so tired this morning and I sound horrible, because I just didn't have any sleep at all. I did not sleep. Like, my body, I don't know what is going on, but my body was pulsing and vibrating the whole night, and I'm very grateful to this astral projection that I had, that was the only, like, subconscious, conscious, ulterior, sleep that I had. It was the only state of getting energy to take on this day today. It's kind of weird, I can't explain it, but so the projection that I had, I visited the First Lady, Melania Trump. And everyone has their opinion, everyone has what their 2 cents are, but I actually went to, it was like an arranged visit, and I met her at it was like a very fancy hotel on the East Coast somewhere, and she had a very nice coat, faux fur. I sat with her and we were just like, she was acquainting with me. I heard a lot about you. I heard that, you are a protector, you're a guide. I heard that you've been going through so much in your life. And she was wanting to just acknowledge me. And someone had grabbed her. It was like someone had grabbed her from behind, and I ended up having to protect her, push this person off. People were like yelling and screaming at her and accusing her of things, and I just remember saying, like, you guys, this is an innocent woman. This is an innocent woman who everyone is chastising because of whom she associates herself with. I've been in that situation. I'm still to this day involved in that situation. And then there was someone that I knew in this dream state who, I don't know where he came from, but his name is Richard. And he came like with all these accusations, yelling and screaming, and he was just so distraught and upset. And I did something with my hand, and he like turned into like this quiet, sovereign body, and he went away. And then as I turned and looked, Melania was running away. She was running and crying. And I remember going to her and I said, "I'm so sorry, I did not mean for this to happen." And she was like, this was my only opportunity to, get away. It was my only opportunity to feel that detachment, and everyone ruined it. It was like, here was my opportunity of like becoming a good friend to someone who was in need or was in agony, and then people killed it. So I looked up the meaning of the name Richard, and the name symbolism is ruler or king. And so it's very interesting because I looked up Melania as a name as well, and it means black, it means dark, or it means darkness in Greek. Not that I don't think that was intentional, or I don't know. I don't judge people off of what media tells me. I kind of just go with my gut with how I feel, and I'm an empath, so I would know what intention someone has by looking at them, and I can feel what's going on with them. In this case, she doesn't want to be in this position. She didn't ask for it, but she just has to deal with it. And there was a dinner table in the ASTRO projection that I went to, and a dinner table symbolism means that there's a yearning for family. There's a want or a need of closeness to family and people you love. And in her case, there isn't. If you're the number one, enemy of the country by default, because your husband and the accusations of the opposing party trying to make him look like a fool, and then he says things that makes him look ridiculous. But then the funny thing about it, people don't understand about Donald Trump, is if you look at the astrology and the cosmos and the alignments of the planets and the flybys of Planet X, and you look at the Jewish calendars and the times and weeks that Israel was put back as a nation, aligning it with his birthday, it sort of automatically puts him in the position where no matter who it is, he's the rightful person in position right now, because the numbers don't lie. And I always tell people that the numbers, this isn't like, it's narrated as an election, it's narrated as politics, but we still live in ancient times, if you guys didn't know that. And DNA and ancestry and all that stuff, it does play a role in all this. And people of power can only make those decisions because of their bloodlines. This is why the royal family is who they are. This is why everything's ran by the Rothschilds. It is what it is. People don't see it that way, but they should. This is why I kind of get weary when there are mass shootings or whatnot, and then they'll say, there's a blood drive, donate your blood. And it's like, well, how many people lost blood during, like, it's just kind of interesting to me that the only people who were severely harmed were the ones who were killed, unfortunately. And it's just weird because not every mass shooting has blood drives, only specific ones. So I always get very weary about, and I go to the doctor, I get my blood test and everything, so I already know, like, there's probably some system somewhere who already knows, like, what kind of family line I come from the past. I'm navigating. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, that I had a very interesting astral projection, and I visited Melania Trump. And she came and she said that she just was just saddened and she's not happy, and she just wants her family to be the way that it was, and she wants to be with her other family, her parents. There's just this. It's sad. I just feel a lot of what's the word? Sorrow. If that can paint you a picture of this lady, she doesn't want harm on anybody. She doesn't really understand the way that things are going. She doesn't understand the elites. She's trying to. She gets it, but she doesn't want to be part of it. But she's stuck. And she was young and made agreements, and now she's older and mature, and it's like, oh shoot. There's other people who I've astral projected. I remember Kendall Jenner, the model, Kardashian Jenner. Occasionally I visit her in an astral projection because of her whole family. She's the one who's more awakened in her soul and her spirit, and she prays a lot, and she prays, for angels to protect her. And so I think it's very beautiful when we always think like celebrities are demonic and evil and they worship Satan and whatever, but then sometimes we just don't think that these are people too. Like, these are people who made accidents and mistakes and decisions that, they still have to own up to those decisions, but it doesn't mean that they're not human. Anyways, I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful Saturday. Take care. Bye.